Hi and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
And I'm Sven.
And tonight we're reviewing Star Trek, the official Starship collection by Eaglemoss, issues 66 and 67. So, are you ready to open yours?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, the magazine, as always, high gloss cover. The opening page is the correct way of mounting your model on the display stand. There is an interesting CGI shot of the ship and they start the back history for that particular vessel. More about the episode that it was in, because this vessel appeared once. One episode was never mentioned. Actually no, they did mention the name of the vessel again, but nothing else. And then there's some really nice artistic shots of the ship. Guess what there is, Sven? Back history of the Borg! With back history of the Borg!
Because we haven't done that enough yet.
Bit more Borg!
Oh, outside of the Borg.
And the advert for the next issue. Okay, I've got to be brutally honest. Some of the info in there was okay. Well, what can you say about a glorified runabout that was
it's a runabout.
only mentioned?
Quite. I mean, this is the thing. Did they actually mention that it was the model actually messed with runabout?
So I saw you playing Tap Diddy Tap.
Yeah.
And what was your conclusion?
There's not a lot of metal in it. I think the top of the nacelles may be metal. That's pretty much it.
Really? You thought it was the nacelles?
Yeah.
See, I thought it was only the struts between the nacelles. I don't think it's the nacelles. I think it's just the struts.
Yeah, you might be right.
So they found the way to get the metal in. To be absolutely fair.
Different sound.
No, still think it's plastic.
I've got to you see the join line all the way around there.
Yeah.
Got a feeling the very top is metal. Just the top.
Okay, possibly. Right.
But yeah.
You're going to love this. I actually like this one.
It's a Voyager ship.
No, that's not it. I hate the join line all the way around it, which is just god awful.
Yeah, that's a bit bad.
It is, especially since you can run your finger over it and feel a sharpish edge.
Yeah.
But the detailing's relatively good. The decal on it's good. It's roughly what it's meant to be.
That's possibly not the best place to put the join line, considering you've got that rounding bit there, which just accentuates the fact that there's a join line. Shows it completely.
My nacelle isn't on straight on the right hand side.
Oh dear.
But
Mine's alright.
a very unusual model. I wouldn't have thought anybody out there's going, you know what I'm really missing from my collection. So it definitely ticks that it's the only way we would have got it, Doc.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know there are some 7 of 9 fans out there that really wanted this ship.
Yep. There's a lot there about.
What, 7 of 9 fans?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, I'm happy. I'm not a massive fan of that joint line.
Yeah, which is understandable.
But there's only so many ways you could make it.
Yeah. Are you a bit disappointed with the fact that the buzzer drum scoops aren't translucent plastic?
I would say yes if it wasn't for the fact that the buzzard ram scoops on this are really unique. No other Federation ship has them like that, and I think they would have really struggled to get to, that would have been very, very tricky for them to do. So I'm not going to complain about it. It would have been great if they could have, but I can totally see why.
And they were very, very bright red to the point where there was no sort of like translucency in the episode all sort of time. as such. But at least you've got the translucent blue plastic for the coil windows.
Yeah. So, I think from a novelty collector's point of view, very possibly. Anybody that's collecting the Federation ships, 100% definitely, because it's the only way you'll ever get anything close to this.
Yeah.
They didn't even do it, because you know you get mods for most of the models.
Yeah.
They never did a mod for this.
Mm.
So, yeah, I'm happy enough to have that one in my collection.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would you give it on a score basis?
I'm going to give it a 7.
I was going to go with 7.5.
Because that joint
Can't
line's
quite
the
give
only
it
thing
an 8
that's
because the joint line.
The joint
marks
line
it
is
down.
annoying, but it's the only thing about it that really, really sort of like jumps out at me as being a problem. I mean, I'm no huge fan of the ship.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were going to say she's a fan of Voyager, but yeah.
All that. Fair. I mean, it's like I'm a Star Trek fan, and Voyager's part of that. But that's as far as I go, kind of thing. But within Star Trek itself, it's like...
So technically you're a fan of Enterprise Season 2 and 3?
Kind of. I'm a big fan of Enterprise Season 4.
Everybody's a big fan of Enterprise Season 4. That's where we've gone to see the Mirror Universe properly.
And the Walker episodes.
Yeah.
And the Augment episodes.
They were good too.
And...
the entire Season 4 except for the last episode.
Admiral Marcus's forefather, I assume.
Okay, so issue 67 now. I am genuinely very excited to
Which is
review this
impressive
one.
for a Klingon vessel.
Yeah.
Though, to be fair, in the order that things were shown originally, it first turned up as a Romulan vessel, didn't it?
Yeah, it's a Romulan version the first time round, but we're not reviewing the Romulan version, we're reviewing the Klingon version. So, we have, I have to say, a really hideous CGI shot. I don't like this one. Is that from the remastered?
I
Or is that just a
assume so.
generic
I mean, it
thing?
kind of looks like the version that turned up in Kitumba, which was a Star Trek New Voyages Phase 2 episode.
But that was Toby's
That was
work.
Toby.
That's not Toby.
No, that's certainly not Toby. It's
It's
not
not
good enough.
Toby. Okay, so we have a little bit of back history about the vessel. Some quite nice screenshots, to be fair. Topographical view of said ship.
Which again, it's showing. I mean, this is the thing.
It's showing the CG
It's
version
showing
of it.
the CG version, which has got all of this detail that screams Katinga class,
Yeah.
which it isn't.
No. Then we have some nice artistic shots and concept art of the ship. Then a really interesting choice, the Klingon language. Now, you would have thought with an entire culture and back history, now language would not be the bit they chose to focus on, but they did. And
They've already covered a
mentioned
bit
it.
of the Klingons already, though, haven't they, in some of the other magazines? So
Doesn't stop them doing it with the Borg.
over and over.
Over and over again. And then a ship that shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, not according to, you know, Federation canon anyway.
Yes, right.
Right, so now, why do you think I'm so excited about this ship?
It's not because it's Klingon, because you're not a big fan of the Klingons. I think,
They're perfectly valid bad guys. Got no issue with the concept.
but I think it's probably because this is as close as you're ever going to get to what it looked like on screen.
Yep.
Originally on screen, that is,
Yep.
and not the remastered version.
No faffing extra details. Nothing added. No, you know, it's just plain. Now, I have to say that the model itself, considering it is a plain grey ship with one highlighted shade of grey just there, so 2 shades of grey, and a little green dot and 2 red dots, I'm really annoyed with the paint job. Look at just here on my model, just there.
Yeah,
Just there.
it's all the tree marks, isn't
They,
it?
it's literally like they didn't finish it. And run your finger across my model, across there.
Not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got rough edges
Is
like
yours-
I have as well.
yeah, rough
Mine are
edges.
slightly different places though.
And have a look at the underneath of your. Oh God, your moulding points are just as pants
been
as mine.
Broken out of the mould almost, hasn't it? Not cut out.
Okay, so I'm disappointed by that. And as much as I wanted to see this with no extra detail, it's missing something.
Yeah, it was never that plain from the front, was it?
No, it used to have porthole windows.
But they weren't white, were they?
No, they were black on this. No, black.
I'm a bit concerned with the colour choices on the top of the module, the bridge module, because if I remember rightly, the AMT kit, and bearing in mind they were the ones who paid for this model to be made for the show, they created a kit that there's those two dots on top of the bridge, not the one at the back on top of the larger module, but those were green, and they were green in the kit, weren't they? Whereas one version of the kit
there might be a version green. I'd have to go back and check.
But they were also on the same tree as the baffles here and here, which were also translucent green. So
yeah, but that was only on the model. That wasn't on the.
It wasn't on the original. Right, okay. I mean, did we ever see to an angle where we could have seen
not
it anyway?
So no, not in any detail.
Yeah.
Transfer complete.
Of 1 point to me.
Yeah.
It's not your. When was your phone? When did you turn your phone to do that?
It's not my phone. It's my tablet.
Oh, okay.
It's my pad.
No, see, I just like the idea. You're getting old, John, tablets.
Yeah, take 2 of those before bed.
Rectal.
Don't think so. Yeah.
That doesn't dissolve with water.
That's no suppository. So there's a little bit of me thinking that those 2 red dots should be green and that green dot should be red.
Okay. So 3 lights.
There are 3 lights.
Okay, but putting that aside,
Yeah.
and putting aside the fact that the paint job is rough, I'm thrilled that they actually released it more or less as they should have done.
Yeah, quite.
So they get top marks for that, in my opinion. Shame I can't give the ship top marks because the quality's just nah.
It's not as good as it should be.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't score it higher than me. That can't happen.
I'm thinking of giving it maybe a 6, to be honest, because that really is rough.
The rough edges.
Yeah, it's not being finished very well. And if that's the case with yours and it's the case with you, that's not.
I mean, you can see here the points all the way along. It's across the entire edge as well. It's just.
It's like they've gone for the right concept and then executed it without care.
Okay, I'll
If that
accept
makes
that.
any sense.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't pointed out the problem on the front of the mag.
Oh, don't start me with a magazine.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's this ship, David?
It's a Klingon Battlecruiser, Sven.
Okay, it's not a D7 Battlecruiser.
Only if you watch Deep
Space
Space Nine. If you watch the original series, it's a Klingon Battlecruiser. They FASA introduced the concept of the D7.
Yeah.
And they also do all the stuff with the Katinga classes and the
Yeah, they
D5.
refer to the D. They refer
No,
to
it wasn't
the.
D5, was it?
No, they refer to the Katinga class as a D9,
Where have I got
which
the
makes
D5
sense.
from?
D5's from Enterprise,
Oh yeah,
which
yeah,
is literally the earlier version of this.
Yeah.
It was so obviously an early version of this, so yeah, it kind of makes sense. What I do find interesting is the fact that I hadn't really looked at it quite that closely, and if that is in fact the CG from the remastered edition, why they've put details on from the Katinga class, I don't understand. Because they did it in, as I said earlier, they did it on Star Trek Phase 2 New Voyagers.
By earlier, do you mean a different episode? Because you've not mentioned that today.
Kitunga.
Oh yeah, so you did, yeah.
Yeah. Where basically,
I need my shoe.
where basically there's a whole fleet of ships coming after the Enterprise, and Kirk's basically gone between them and have shot each other. But they're what look like D7 Battlecruisers have been upgraded, perhaps, and they're basically bridging to the Katinga class.
Yeah.
Because this is the other thing as well, a lot of people don't realise, is that they think that the D7, Klingon Battlecruiser, and the Katinga class are the same size.
No.
They're not. Katinga's quite a bit bigger. Which is weird because the Enterprise isn't quite a bit bigger when it's refitted than the original one. It's not, it's what, maybe a little bit longer, and that's it because of the way that the sails are joined on. So, yeah. Conclusion.
Yes.
I'm giving it a 6, you're giving it a 7.
Yeah, they would have scored higher if they hadn't have fudged up the paint.
Yeah, and possibly finished
the
it.
modelling.
So, you've given it a 7, I've given it a 6, and that's the end. And
that's the end of good night.
good night!
Well, we're not going to mention the live event.
Live
People
events?
can see us. Yes,
Live events.
we're very excitingly, the FCD team have, remember, FCD team, links below,
Yeah.
are doing a one-day event. It's called Out of the Ashes,
Yeah.
and you and I are there.
Yes,
We
totally
are.
there.
Do you know what else is there? The camera, the form saying we're recording, a tripod, a memory card, and batteries.
I will believe it when it occurs.
O'Kirks.
Occurs. Yes, I believe when it occurs.
Okay. So we've got the live events, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Links below. People can subscribe to us,
Yeah,
Yeah.
here on YouTube.
Yeah,
Everything.
there's Facebook and there's Twitter, and
Yeah.
there's an official Geekology website.
Trust me, I'm very aware of these
Are you
things.
aware of those
Oh,
things?
very,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, in that case, good night.
Bye. It's only been 2 years.
Came up there already 3 years ago, we've still not done it. The only thing I did is move the camera up so the light from your head doesn't blind our viewers. 3, 2.
And you're not worth it.
Hi and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
And I'm Sven.
And tonight we're reviewing Eaglemoss's Star Trek, the official Starships collection issue.
Collection.
Collection.
Collection. Collection.
3, 2.
No point
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I forgot you can edit. I've seen you editing. Oh, no, that was funny. You did a quality job on that last. I was quite impressed with last.
Oh, okay.
There's not a fat lot I can really say about it. I don't like the join line.
Yeah.
My nacelles bent, but everybody gets one or two of those
Bend themselves from time to time.
Yeah, it happens when you collect these particular ships. But from a price point of view, I'm happy. The decaling is
Are you a
good.
bit disappointed that the buzzer drum scoops aren't transparent? Well, translucent plastic. Is that not
Can we get rid of the noise? Can we edit the yeah. Please fucking do not, please. I saw the last lot of bloopers where you hear me say, "Don't put this in, Sven." I'll try this again. You're not getting me to say anything on film about perspective shots making it look longer. It's not happening. No, I'm not putting that on footage. It's not happening.
I thought it was your favourite trick.
Anyway, Instagram you.
Oh dear.
Bloopers.
Blooper, blooper, blooper.
Snappity chat.
Who are you calling small?
Anyway, so
So
I check the edit.
yeah.
Let's check we're getting these colds because that was actually quite good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that made it to film. So that now exists.
So
But I really love the fact that they tried to do it.
Transfer complete.
2-0, 2-0.
3 by this point. I
No,
don't know. Is that me getting-
that one got edited out.
Is that actually from Starfleet Command? Because that could be quite depressing.
Please stop recording those
these videos,
episodes.
you get.
Yeah.
Would you like to test a Dyson? No.
Put it away.
Sorry, I'm just padding out the episode.
Put it. Oh! Oh! That was. How long have you been waiting to squeeze that into one?
Matron.
Okay.
Dave, pick up your brain.
The batteries. Yes. Anyway, so in conclusion,
In conclusion.
in conclusion, people can subscribe to us, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here on YouTube.
Yeah,
Everything.
you know, there's Facebook and there's Twitter, and
Yeah.
there's an official Geekology website.
Trust me, I'm very aware of these
Are you
things.
aware of those
Oh,
things?
very
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, good night.
Bye.
What the fuck was all of that? What the fuck? Where did that come from?